out today just making a few last minute preparations on the farm before season opens here in a few weeks. There's a ton of this clover that's just completely toasted. This is a pretty steep slope here, so the soils aren't great and they don't hold a lot of water because of the slope, and we've been in a pretty severe drought here in central Iowa. So we're just out here checking. It's about 2 weeks now before season, and youth season actually opens in about a week. So we're checking on the clover, and you can see there's some that's pretty green and healthy. We actually did just get a really good rain. It was like 3 days worth of rain, about 4 inches. Unfortunately, it's just a little too late for some of this clover, so it's kind of late to be topping it off with a mower, but I think I'm going to anyway, just because I want to kind of clean out some of this dead stuff. And then there's some other weeds and things. I just didn't get around to mowing this one this year. But it just goes to show you the difference. You know, if we go to one of our other plots that's more in a bottom, it's more level, it's shaded, clover does a lot better in those kind of scenarios versus this hill ground that's out in the sun, exposed, and just poorer quality soils. This is the new cutty back system. I guess it was new last year. It's new to us this year. We just got it set up. It should be taking pictures, and we're going to work on getting the other remote modules set up next, the remote cams, and hopefully it works out well. This is going to be our first year using them, so no experience with it to date. I've heard good things, but I guess we'll see how they perform for us. Well, it's early afternoon here, heading down to show a farm. We got a call yesterday about a property that we have listed down here in southern Iowa. It's a really nice farm. It's about 226 acres. Almost all of it's timber. There's about 30 acres that's a mix of crops and food plots. And owner's pretty protective. A lot of these farms that we deal with are pretty high-end properties that people have worked their entire lives to be able to buy and maintain and manage. Especially this one. It's a whitetail hunting farm that the guys had owned for approximately 10 years. Basically done everything you could think of to try and improve it for whitetail hunting. And so, as you can imagine, a little bit particular about who's going to be on the farm. And so with this listing, we're the listing agent, and there's another company that has a potential buyer for it. So we're just going to drive down, kind of help give a tour of the property, explain what we know about it, provide some maps and information, and just be there to kind of reassure the owner that, you know, we're not just letting any Joe Schmo run on his farm that, as I said, he's pretty particular about. So that's what we got going on. It's about 1:30.
food eating, brought it back and it was dead. And I was like,
I think it's just a draw that comes up right there. Well, the ponds aren't as dry as I thought they'd be. This might actually be one of his access trails just for walking in. I think overall it went pretty well. We were there, as I said before, just kind of accompanying another client, or another broker rather, with his client, and just really there to field questions and provide a tour with the level of detail that we have on the farm. And so kind of playing second fiddle, so to speak, a little bit of a unique situation, I guess. But overall, it seemed like it went well. I don't know the gentleman personally, so it was a little bit tough to read him, but he seemed like, him and his wife, seemed like they both really liked the farm and trying to pick out a spot where they could potentially build a cabin or a future house. So that's usually a good sign, but they're gonna go back, talk about it, and it's about 5 o'clock now. They said by sometime tonight they'll have an answer back to us on whether they want to pursue it or not. So it's kind of one of those wait and see games right now. See if anything comes together. I told her about the emails you sent so that she has the maps and all the information, so she knows where all that stuff is, and she's going to start working on getting the maps uploaded and some pictures or screenshots created. So I think we'll be in pretty good shape there. So got 3 new listings down there we got to get uploaded to the websites tonight. Those are Caleb Byers is listing those properties, so he'll have those up and should be available here in the next week, I would think. We usually get all of our pictures done and get the content kind of created, and then we'll put it out on all of our websites at the same time. So got most of that work done. We'll get the maps put together and should have everything uploaded by tomorrow and get those out there. And hopefully he'll get them sold pretty quick.
I'm Caleb Byers, and I obviously work for KILOTERRA, and I live in Sheraton now, but I grew up in the Murray, Iowa area. So, and my wife actually grew up in the Melcher, Dallas area. So I have a big range of communities where I know several people. So that's kind of helped me definitely in the real estate industry of getting to know a lot of farmers and meeting some great people along the way. So I also film for Jury Outdoors. And one of my biggest passions is obviously hunting whitetails and turkeys. So that definitely has sparked, I mean, my interest in land. There's no greater investment in my opinion than land. You know, you have your 401k that sits there, and it almost seems like monopoly money because it sits there and you just don't get to use it until a certain period of your life, and that's a short period. So you know, it has its place for sure. But one good thing about a land investment is you get to have fun from the moment you make the investment until you either sell it and reinvest in something else or whatever the case may be. But from the moment you purchase it, you can take your kids and you know, ride a four-wheeler or ride horses, or you know, whether it's hunting whitetails or turkeys or pheasants or whatever it may be. There's so many opportunities with land that gives you a return on your investment with the crops or pasture or whatever it may be each year, and then increases in value in that same time. So there's no greater investment, and that's why I'm so passionate about land.